Welcome back. The Las Vegas-based developer of Sullivan Square is suing its British partner. Dublin-based Harcourt Development agreed to finance up to $800 million for that mixed-use project. The lawsuit claims Harcourt schemed to use local developer Glenn Smith & Glenn to get Sullivan Square off the ground, stop paying subcontractors and vendors, and is now attempting to take control.
They're very much pushing ahead, going around our back, and so I really can't speak to what their strategy is. I can only assume they're trying to squeeze us out and trying to move ahead and steal the project from us.
Smith says he plans to close Sullivan Square's sales office Friday. No word what happens to deposits from would-be buyers. Well, as the real estate market tightens and more projects bite the dust, real estate agents are going to new lengths to protect and collect their commissions. Our executive producer Dana Gentry joins us today with that story. Dana?
Jaffe, a lawsuit filed by broker Bob Hamrick claims former Hard Rock owner Peter Morton owes millions of dollars in commissions on a project he canceled. But one man claims Hamrick is chasing commissions on what he calls illegal sales.
I am a licensed broker in the state of California, okay? And frankly, to watch somebody fish in my pond without a license is irritating. It's not right. It's also against the law.
There's no love lost between Michael Flanagan and Bob Hamrick. The two settled a lawsuit a few years back and agreed not to disclose details. But that's not stopping Flanagan from telling anyone who will listen that Hamrick is suing former Hard Rock owner Peter Morton for commissions on what he calls illegal sales, and that Hamrick used those sales to fatten his resume when he became the broker of record for MGM Mirage's City Center.
The case of R&M Realty, which is Robert and Molly Hamrick, okay, versus Peter Morton, to me, is unarmed robbery. Why? It's unarmed robbery because, you know, as I said, okay, you don't have a license to do it to begin with, and it's not registered property, and you knew that. So why did you file the case?
And he knew this because you told him?
Because I told him that, and I told his lawyer.
Flanagan claims Hamrick's Coldwell Banker brokerage, with the assistance of then Coldwell agent Shana Goldstein, sold the Hard Rock Bungalows project to Californians in California, but without a California real estate license, and that the property was not registered in accordance with California law. Hamrick declined to be interviewed for this story. One of his attorneys arranged to meet, then canceled, and has since refused to return our calls. And the attorney who filed the case also declined to talk.
When I told Bob in the spring of 2005 that there's duplicity here, there's egregious fouls in the state, you're fishing in a pond, okay, where you don't have a license, his answer was specious. What he said to me was, he said, oh, that's not an issue in California because the property is in Nevada.
But California law prohibits unlicensed brokers from advertising, educating, or in any other way facilitating a potential sale. And if the property is out of state, it must be registered, a simple process that costs about $100.
The state needs to know who you are if you're not in the state of California in the event that there's going to be litigation or in the event that there's a need for that consumer to be protected.
Realtor Shana Goldstein boasts in print of closing hundreds of millions of dollars in sales when she worked for Hamrick. In a brief phone interview, Goldstein estimated 80% of those sales were to out-of-state buyers. Goldstein told us the buyers came here to Las Vegas, but last year she told a newspaper she accomplished her sales by making presentations to large groups of investor clubs in California, among other places. When we asked about the discrepancy, Goldstein canceled our interview. In the lawsuit, Goldstein, Hamrick, and others claimed they presented ready, willing, and able buyers who would have performed had Morton not canceled the project.
That's a correct argument, okay? Had the property been sold by a properly licensed person in the state of California who could accept trust funds, take checks, takes money from the consumer, and had the property been registered, then it's an argument. Okay, then it's a legal argument for sure.
But Flanagan says a good portion of the hundreds of sales Hamrick boasts on his website and touted in his resume to MGM Mirage were simply illegal, based on sales made in California on unregistered projects.
He bluffed Bobby Baldwin by saying, you know, I'm the biggest, I'm the best, I'm the brightest. because of the recent sales that I have done in 2005 through Shana Goldstein. Look at all this press, look at all this news, and I'm the guy for the job. And he secured that job. But was it really under the whole truth and nothing but the truth? I doubt it.
That agent feels obviously very strongly about this. What does the Realtors Association say about this?
Well, we wanted to talk to them about the issue of license portability. There are a lot of Nevada agents who would like to go into California and take advantage of what's called the California effect, all those people who sold their homes for cash there and would like to buy here. But the realtors didn't want to talk to us on camera about this. They sent us a statement saying that they think everybody should abide by the law because it's the law. But, Bob Hamrick is a former president, I believe, of the Realtors Association, so they were a little hesitant to talk to us about this.
What about MG Mirage?
I talked to Alan Feldman, and this was news to him, but he said that Bob Hamrick has a stellar reputation in the city, and I asked him, if this revelation about these unlicensed sales would have changed their decision to hire him, and he said he doubts it would have even come up, or doesn't even know if it would have come up.
And Hamrick, we should know, a very successful agent here in town, so obviously.
Yes, Caldwell Banker, brokerage, and now the broker of record for City Center.
Dana Gentry, appreciate it. Thank you very much. When in Business Las Vegas returns, your old analog TV about to become obsolete. Up next, when companies plan to keep your TV out of the garbage dump, it's a way to save the environment. Plus, who's responsible for those poor math scores by Clark County students? Our political analyst John Ralston crunches the numbers when In Business continues.